Logan Paul breaks his wrist 1 week out from the Dillon Danis fight, or so he claims. You might have saw a video. He was sitting down with his brother Jake Paul, and they're talking about the fight, and he's talking about how he fell off his bike a while ago, and then in training for this fight, he connected with a punch wrong, broke his wrist. He's sitting there with a wrist strap on, and everyone's coming out and saying he's making excuses already because he's going to lose to Dillon and all the rest of it. But guess what? It's just another stupid joke in a long line of fucking jokes. My God, these guys, what an absolute embarrassment. But still, let's take a look.
What about the other wrist? What's going on there?
Broke it.
Broke my wrist.
What?
So are you able to fight?
Yeah, I'm able to fight for sure.
When did this happen?
A couple days ago in training.
How did
Punch. I landed a punch wrong and have some wrist problems. I broke my wrist in the past. I'll be honest, bro. I didn't fucking break my wrist, all right? I know I lied. Because I'll tell you why, bro. I'm not trying to scare Dillon away from this.
But now you just gave up the bit so fast.
Yeah, I should have.
Yeah, you should put it back on.
Give me the wrist.
Give it back.
All right, so there you go. He didn't break his wrist. He was trying to make sure that Dillon shows up. So therefore he's saying, I'm injured and all the rest of it. But as I say, it's just another bloody... It's embarrassing, for crying out loud. They're carrying themselves, the pair of them, as fighters, coming out of all this absolute utter nonsense. To be fair, they are hyping the fight. I am kind of interested for all the wrong reasons. It's an absolute shit show. But you know what? You know, when you look at Logan and Dillon, and to be honest, a lot of the theatrics and all the rest of it has come from Logan's side, the lawsuits, etc. Dillon has been trolling him big time with the girlfriend stuff, which, you know, all's fair in love and war, if you will. So now his girlfriend's suing him. We know all about this, and neither of them are boxers. Neither of them are fighters. One's a jiu-jitsu guy in Dillon. One is a WWE guy. One's a professional wrestler, jumps off top ropes and all the rest of it. Scripted fighting YouTuber and a jiu-jitsu guy. Both acting hard, but I tell you what, I am kind of interested, as I said, for the wrong reasons. But you know, when you look at these guys, it makes me have respect for the people in the main event. KSI, Tommy Fury. Listen, these two aren't exactly top of the food chain when it comes to boxers, but they are boxers. They are doing their thing and they are taking it seriously. We didn't see no nonsense from these two at the press conference right before Tommy Fury's dad, John Fury, flipped the table. No man alive. And all this, right? No, we didn't see any of that. We saw a little bit of hype. We saw a little bit of shit talk. Of course, that's allowed. That's what we're supposed to do. You're trying to get into your opponent's heads. But other than that, they've been quite quiet. They're off. They're doing their thing. They're training. They're making sure they show up and put on a show for all of us. Now, let's take a look at this card, okay? Because there they are in the main event. KSI, Tommy Fury. I'm leaning towards Tommy Fury in that one. He's bigger. He's fought better competition. Of course, last time out, he beat Jake Paul. KSI, if we have a look at KSI's record here, I will say this, KSI is not bad. He's been doing some all right things. He's getting better every time we see him. Joe Fournier, last time out, he caught him with the elbow, so that was overturned to a no contest. Before that, FaZe Temper, never heard of him. KO, Luis Aldana, Alcaraz, Pineda, KO, Swarmzy, KO, Logan Paul, split decision. But if we go back to Tommy Fury, let's have a quick look at old Tommy boy. If we look at Tommy here, so far, 9-0. You know, not bad. Jake Paul, Daniel Bosainski, Anthony Taylor. How many knockouts? Only 3 knockouts. 2 knockouts. No, 3. 4. What am I saying? 4 KOs or TKOs, whichever way you want to slice it. The best competition that he's fought on there, to be fair, is Jake Paul. Anthony Pretty Boy Taylor, I was there for that one. Wasn't a very impressive showing. Before that, I thought Tommy Fury had a tremendous amount of potential. He looked really good in some of his earlier fights against Anthony Taylor. I wasn't, as I say, overly impressed. He looked a little slow. He looked a little offbeat. Didn't have too much rhythm. But that might be because Anthony Taylor isn't, you know, he's an MMA fighter. He's not a boxer, so maybe that threw him off. But still, Logan Paul does not have a broken wrist, and that is the latest in a long line of absolute, utter, goddamn nonsense that they're going to try and promote this fight, which, to be fair, they're doing a good job of doing. Dillon Danis, I do believe, has the support of all the MMA community behind him. I say it all the time, I don't know Logan Paul. I'm sure he's not a bad enough guy, but the lawsuits and him sitting there with his brother bragging about how they're going to destroy Dillon's career and his earning potential going forward, that's really upset a lot of people. It has ruffled a lot of feathers. So now people in the MMA community, they all want Dillon Danis to win. I couldn't care less who wins. May the best man win on the night. KSI, Tommy Fury, both seem like decent people. Got nothing against either of them. So I will say, may the best man win to both of them as well. I will do a prediction video later on this week. We're going to have another press conference, and no doubt there's going to be more shenanigans. I'm just devastated because last week I did a video. It looked like Mike Perry was going to get the shot. Mike Perry was going to step in, probably kick the living shit out of Logan Paul, because I went in depth. I said Mike Perry's a real one. He's been doing ridiculous things in bare knuckle, stopping Luke Rockhold, beating Michael Venom Page, two very tall, long, lanky strikers. And Mike Perry just went out there and beat the brakes off the pair of them. So, didn't beat the brakes off Michael Venom Page. He beat him by a split decision, but still he beat him. And Michael Venom Page is amazing. Shout out Michael Venom Page. But there it is. There it is. If we look at the rest of the card, this is kind of laughable. I say laughable. I don't want to be insulted. Fair play to all of them. KSI, Tommy Fury, Logan Paul, Dillon Danis, Salt Pappy versus Slim Albaher. Salt Pappy. Who the is Salt Pappy? It gets even better. Then we've got Dean the Great going up against Waleed Sharks. King Kenny versus Anthony Pretty Boy Taylor. Whindersson Nunes going against my mate Nate. Not Nate Diaz, my mate Nate. Wasabi LMAO versus Los Pineda Colades. I mean, come on. I mean, hey, listen, the kids are going to love it. The YouTubers are going to be out. The arena in Manchester, no doubt, will be sold out. And a lot of people will probably watch this. Fair play to all of them, providing some entertainment. So, there it is. Logan hasn't got a broken wrist. Who do you think's going to win? Let me know. I hope Dillon does it. But as I said, may the best man win, if I'm totally sincere and honest. Speaking of entertainment, I've got a little bit of news for you. Tales from the Octagon 2. That is coming at you soon in December. I think it's 14th at the Indigo, at the O2 Arena in London. And then on Saturday, the 16th of December, Tales from the Octagon 2 at the Apollo Theatre in Manchester. And it won't just be me. I'll be talking about mixed martial arts, some of the big stories, having a laugh, taking the piss out of a few people. All in fun and games, nothing too nasty. And then I will be joined on stage by Tom Aspinall and the one and only Paul Craig. We'll be doing meet and greets, telling some stories from their careers and Q&As with the audience and all the rest. It'll be a fun, interactive evening for everyone involved. Tickets are on sale now, myticket.co.uk, or just search Tales from the Octagon 2. Last time it was sold out in Manchester. There was 3,500 people there. I was totally blown away. Tremendous atmosphere in every single one of them. A lot of people asking if we're going to do other dates in Birmingham and Glasgow and places like that. Sadly, on this one, no, we're not, but maybe next year. But if you want to get a ticket one more time, myticket.co.uk. But still, never mind that. KSI, Tommy Fury, who do you think wins? I'm doing a prediction video, so maybe I'll use some of the comments you make in the comment section. And Dillon Danis versus Logan Paul, broken wrist or not, who wins that one? Subscribe, ring the bell. I'll see you soon.